Now let's open story number 3, and you might want to sit down for this one because it gets crazy. This entire situation starts with a wild guy. We won't mention his real name here. For the sake of the story, let's just call him Jay. Now, Jay wasn't your average bloke. According to what's being said, he was involved in some serious financial dealings. Supposedly, he was part of a high-stakes business operation that spiraled out of control. In a tragic twist, his business partner, who also happened to be his best friend, was unalived in front of him. After that, Jay fled his home country of America to a hotter climate overseas, allegedly taking millions with him. He kept a low profile, stayed off the radar, paranoid, constantly looking over his shoulder. But while he was hiding from the past, he was also desperate for something new, a new image, a new wave, and more than anything, attention. He wanted clout. He wanted to go viral. He wanted to be known. That's where Top5 saw an opportunity. While Top5 was on vacation, he crossed paths with Jay. Top5 picked up on Jay's vulnerability instantly. He saw a guy with money, no real street awareness, and a craving for fame. And like any good con man, he didn't push. He offered help. He presented himself as a friend, someone connected, someone who could open the right doors and make things happen. The first play was simple. Top5 tells Jay he can get him on a live stream with Aiden Ross, one of the biggest streamers in the game. Jay's eyes light up. He agrees. The price? $465,000. Jay wires the money without hesitation. Within a few days, Aiden sends $400,000 of that payment directly to Top5 and keeps the rest as his cut. To be fair, Aiden Ross, doing a stream for $400,000 seems pretty cheap. I would imagine that's around the going rate to do business with Aiden Ross on a good day. Aiden also sending Top5 a finder's fee is pretty much standard practice in business, so no one here has actually done anything wrong so far. But please remember, this story isn't verified. It's all alleged up until this point. Anyway, back to the story. At this stage, Jay thinks everything is going smoothly. He's starting to believe the hype. But Top5 isn't done. He knows Jay is hooked, and now it's time for the big move. He tells Jay that he can arrange something even bigger, a direct connection with Drake. Not just a follow or a shout out. We're talking about a full-on music video collab, a serious link-up that would launch Jay into the spotlight, the kind of exposure most people can only dream about. Once again, Jay takes the bait. He sends $500,000 straight to Drake's team. And, as promised, Drake follows him back on Instagram. But here's where the story flips, and the finesse hits a new level. Drake had no idea about any music video. All he was told, allegedly, was that someone wanted to follow, nothing more. The entire music video story, completely fabricated by Top5. But Jay doesn't know this. He thinks he's on the verge of stardom. Everything looks legit to him. And this is when Top5 makes his final move. He tells Jay that everything is ready to go. Drake's team just needs one last crypto payment to lock in the final plans. Jay, fully convinced at this point, wires $1.5 million to a new wallet address. What he doesn't realize is that this wallet doesn't belong to Drake or anyone from his team. It belongs to Top5, and just like that, boom, Top5 disappears, vanishes into the wind. Allegedly, he jumped on a flight and returned to Toronto without a single trace. No music video, no deal, no Drake. Just an Instagram follow and a massive hole in Jay's pockets. The total damage? $2.5 million gone, just like that. Oh, and it gets worse. Top5 didn't just take the money. He also allegedly walked off with Jay's Richard Mille watch, one of the most expensive luxury timepieces you can own. Jay is now livid. He's convinced he's been double-crossed. In his mind, this was all part of a bigger scheme involving both Top5 and Drake. But from the outside looking in, it seems more likely that Drake was used as a pawn, and Top5 played the whole thing like a master manipulator. A cold, calculated finesse, a clean getaway. And this is one of the wildest scams floating around the internet right now. But remember, it's all alleged at this point, but it doesn't end there. Sometime later, Jay hops on a live stream with academics, publicly calling out both Top5 and Drake. He claims they were both involved, that they both finessed him. In the middle of the stream, things escalate when Top5 actually joins the call, and that's when it gets heated. Jay starts making some not-so-nice gestures toward Top5 live on air, something along the lines of saying he'd make Top5 swim with the fishes. saying he wants revenge and demanding his money back. Now fast forward to the night Top5 was attacked, and here's where the conspiracy theories start flying. Allegedly, while Top5 was being rushed to hospital after getting jumped, Jay was seen partying somewhere in London. Not only that, but according to a few sources, Jay was allegedly celebrating the attack, telling people that he got Top5 done. Whether or not that's true is up for debate, and to be honest, it could all be completely bogus. But it's out there, and the streets are talking. As for whether I personally believe this story is true or not, I'll break that down at the end of the video. But one thing's for sure, if even half of this is real, it might be one of the most cold-hearted, high-level scams we've seen in the influencer world. Anyway, stay tuned and watch the full video. I'll explain whether or not this theory is true and give you my full breakdown, because this story, it's been nothing short of wild so far.